What to do when someone dies is probably not the best conversation starter. We tend to avoid topics of loss, pain, and uncertainty, but inevitably, we all need to face it. Global statistics show women outlive men everywhere in the world. In fact, 57% of people aged 65 years and older are women. I think it's safe to say that we, as women, are most probably going to be the last surviving spouse. The alarming truth is very few understand the immediate implications of this. We as women spend so much time and energy managing the life and synergy of our families. The daily routines of who, what, where, and how, the meals list, the shopping list, dealing with the curveballs of illness, injury, and last-minute changes. Equally as important are the conversations that we should initiate to reduce the stress and uncertainty that accompany the loss of a loved one.
Yeah, no one can really prepare you for the separation of losing. For me, it was the hardest thing. He died in 2020. I literally took him to the hospital on Tuesday, Wednesday morning, he was gone. So there was no preparation whatsoever for anything. I mean, I came back from the hospital and I sat on the bed and I was like, sure, what am I going to do now, you know? Then you start speaking to friends and they are like, do you know if he had policies? I'm like, I don't know. Then with those other policies, there were no documents. But the biggest thing for me, when they said, you can't touch your husband's bank account. Then I was like, so how am I going to pay the bond? How am I going, because I still had access to draw money and all those things. They said, you can't do that. The paperwork, I have to say, it takes away the emotions of you saying and settling and saying, I really miss you. I'm really hurting. I'm not doing well today. Have a conversation with an expert and someone that has experienced this kind of thing and saying, you know, what would it look like when I'm gone? What would it look like when we are both gone? If people think death does not happen to you, death happens to everyone.
Last year when my sister's husband died, it was a big shock. It happened so suddenly. During that time of illness, you never think that something serious will go wrong, that you have to start planning. And then when he passed away, it was too late to start. And that's when, aside from dealing with all of the emotional trauma, my sister had to start facing the difficulty of dealing with all of the planning issues. I remember weeks on end where my mom had to help my sister pack out cupboards and look for documents just to figure out where everything was. At one stage, we were incredibly concerned that we couldn't find the original will. It was only when I started helping her to sort through all the mess that I started realizing again how important it is to go and have a look at what I've done for my wife, for my children. Telling my wife who she has to contact if something happens to me, where she has to look for important documents. These are the kind of things that we try and avoid because it's uncomfortable, but it's absolutely crucial that you get that right in your life.
No book, course, or person can truly prepare you for the parenting journey. Just so, nothing can prepare you for the loss of a loved one. However, certain conversations and planning can ensure a time to mourn is not overshadowed by legal administration and uncertainty.
Equip yourself this Women's Month. Have that conversation today.